Hey, what's up people, Mr. Bob right here, and welcome back to another Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi on the PlayStation 2, guys. So right now we're just gonna go on training mode and go through the basics, of course, because, you know, it's at least a little bit fun to just go around and try the training mode. So that's what we're gonna do right now, and we're gonna start with the basics, which is movement, which is pretty self-explanatory, so I'm not gonna bother with the whole text and everything. I mean, it's kind of funny, but I'll just gonna go on ahead and just go over everything. So basically, just a little dialogue that Vegeta always has, and it's funny. I know it is, but you know, it's the same thing that we all know from training mode or practice mode, whatever. That you just learn the basics of all the characters' movements and all their attacks and everything, just to know how to, you know, use this. So basically just telling you how to use your, of course, movement, which is pretty damn easy to remember. Yeah, you have little radar right there to use your lock-on screen, but of course, gold triangle is the player and the purple triangle is the opponent. So that's how we know who is who. Of course, you use your L1 to lock on to your opponent, and then right here we'll go into the practice little arena, so you can figure out how to use the controls. So you can mostly do all this stuff in practice mode, guys, so you don't even need to do it. So you just hold L1, now you move forward. Let me lock out if I can. Right there, and you can move around freely, just like it's a little bit more easier than Budokai 1, of course. But of course, you cannot go so much far, of course. But of course, if you're far away, just lock on, try and find him. Nowhere near sight. Oh, there he is. But there you go, that's how it is, that's how movements are. But then of course you have to go back and exit the training in order to move on to the next one. So it's kind of repetitive, so it is what it is.
Hey, loser.
Yeah, and then we have flying. This time I'm just gonna go on forward, so you press R1 to jump. And of course you press it again to rise up, of course, and press R2 to ascend down. And of course when you're in the air, you could press R2 or R1 to like dash back, upward or dash down. As you can see, ascend, descend, and quickly push R1 to jump, of course. Very easy basic, guys, but I'm just trying to remember most of the game right now, because I know it's still kind of like the same thing as Budokai Tenkaichi, but
Are you ready?
a little bit more different. So lock on, jump, ascend, descend, simple. And of course we could dash and jump.
I see you.
So let's see, can you stay up in the air? No, I guess not. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot more different than I expected in this game. But yeah, that's how ascend, and you can press R1 or R2 to like push back. So it's a pretty nice little tool just in case you're like up close and personal like that. You could dodge an attack. So it could be pretty useful. So there you go. It's pretty damn easy to understand, but just gotta go through the whole training just to be a little bit more easier. And then we also have Dragon Dash, which is basically the homecoming, Dragon Homecoming, almost like that, where you lose some of your ki when you Dragon Dash, of course. Go in any direction. Not that hard to understand.
Are you ready? Begin!
So you press start, you go to check, practice check, and you can see here press L2 and X to Dragon Dash, and of course you can press any direction to Dragon Dash 2. So Dragon Dash 1 is basically you're all the way over here, you just go straight to the opponent. But of course, you can Dragon Dash left, right, straight, or back. You can rise up, rise down, yeah, by just pressing R1 or R2. First, let me get my key back up. So you could, well, you have to go away, so you could ascend, descend, left, right, straight, diagonal. You could go around, like in circle right here, which is pretty damn awesome, and then you go straight and down. So yeah, that's not that hard to remember, of course, because we're so used to that in Budokai Tenkaichi, of course. And of course, you could destroy buildings, which is pretty damn easy to understand. Then we have energy, which is basically our key. I don't know why it's called energy, but yeah, you can shoot your key blast or your blast 2, of course. But you need that little guide, that little gauge up there, then in the bottom of the character's face. That shows you could go to max power, of course, and also used for your blast 1. But of course, you press L2 and square to bring the 4th unlockable hyper dash. So there you go, max power. You could use your blast 2, ultimate blast, of course. So that's all we're gonna do is just charge up.
Are you ready? Begin!
Yay! But let's charge it up. But of course, in order for it to charge all the way up, we need our gauge to go up by 1, of course. That's a whole new thing now for this Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 2, where they kind of did the whole thing where it's kind of like almost the same thing, guys. So it's not that easy to understand. So super explosion wave. So yeah, I can. It is far, but not too far, of course. But it looks like Vegeta needs to increase his key level more. And of course, now we got Key Blast where you could hold it now, which is pretty damn awesome. So you can hold it to do more amount of damage. But of course, you're wasting a little bit more time when you fully charge it, of course. So gotta be aware about that. Because of course, you shoot Key Blast, your energy will decrease, of course, the numerous times you use it. Next one is Rush Attack, which are basically your mostly combat attacks, and now we're Goku. Press square repeatedly to just attack. Pretty simple.
Are you ready? Begin!
So like as you can see, some of the characters, even the little ones, they have less health. So that's also a new bonus they put in this game, where the kids or children are very low health. So you gotta be worried about that when you're playing with some of these characters. You can see I'm pressing square multiple times. So yeah, you could almost combo into it without making it into a combo. Not like in Budokai 1, where you basically have to press a button, which is this one. Well, now it's square, not X, but as you can see, you can combo all day almost. But of course, it's gonna be a certain issue where the character gets knocked out, so or knocked down, so you can't see. You can't do it infinite, of course. But if you go all the way to max power, you can go all day, which is pretty damn awesome. I really like this feature that they put in this game, because it's just fun that you could do this all day, and then bam, ultimate blast or your ultimate finish. And almost lost all the way to his second bar almost. So yeah, you could do that, which is pretty damn awesome. I really like how they really change up in this game a lot. Well, of course you press triangle to do some little power stun. Of course you press circle to do like a little after image to move to dodge your opponent's attacks.
Remember, if you...
Oh, Vegeta, you need...
I know, Vegeta, I know. And then we have grab, which is pretty simple. You have to press the X button, or now it's up X. It's no more XX. Yes, in Budokai Tenkaichi 1, you have to press X twice in order for you to grab them.
Are you ready? Begin!
So we go here, grab, and there we go. Pretty simple. Yeah, I'm just going through it, guys. I mean, I do want to hear Vegeta's voice, but it's good. It's even going to take more longer to understand it.
If you try, you can do it.
Now we have smash attack, which are basically the charge up attacks that we all love and know. And of course, there's a little bar right there on the right side. That's where you have to charge up your move. Of course, just like the same situation as Budokai Tenkaichi 1, where you saw that little gauge of squares. Like green is like you're not gonna fully hit them. Yellow, you're gonna knock them away, but red, you're gonna like smash them really hard to the air. So it kind of has that type of thing. But of course, the more times you do combos, the faster your gauge will go up, of course. So do combos, shoot key blast, do anything you can to get your key or your smash to get out a little bit more faster, because that's a little bit more important when you are going to face some of these characters. It is crazy, because the more times people have that little gauge right there, there's a whole nother ball league, of course. Yeah, you gotta make sure your hits connect, because if you don't, then your smash gauge will not be a little bit more faster. So now we have Dragon Homing, which is kind of a new thing almost. But after you smash them, you press the X to dash, of course, and then you press square again to do another very powerful smash that we all know. But I think this one is a little bit more easier because the Budokai Tenkaichi 1 was a little bit more rugged. It was a little bit more rough to get it. Just need to get my gauge up a little bit. So hit, square, X and square. So there you go. Pretty simple stuff. But yeah, I'm just doing the training mode, guys, just to give you guys what new things he brought into this game. Now we got Key Blast, which is basically, you know, triangle. Repeatedly or hold down to do a charge up. Key. Pretty self-explanatory.
Are you ready? Begin!
So ready, shoot Key Blast, shoot Key Blast. Okay, father. Nope. First, let me just charge up. Charge. Shoot. Charge. Shoot. So yeah, some characters, well, now the characters don't need to shoot sideways anymore. I think, I know for sure they don't have that anymore in this game, where character shoots sideways or both ways, which is kind of interesting for that to happen, but it still feels weird when, you know, characters do that. Of course, we got air combos, where you could do combos in the air. Pretty easy. See, you press left strike, which is triangle up, which is a new thing that they put in this game. And then press X to chase after them, which is a homing jump. And of course you press X to do a combo, an area combo, and then press triangle again to do, or previous you do homing jump, you press triangle to hit them in the stomach like that, like a heavy finish. So you got multiple air combos here, and almost everyone will be the same, but I think everyone has their own movements, of course. it's still going to be the same thing almost with every character, almost.
Are you ready?
So we're going to do that.
Begin! Oh, there you are.
And then we go up. Huh. There you go, that's the first one, where you just smash the square button. Now next one, triangle, square, triangle. But yeah, these knockdown finishers are pretty useful because you could knock the player out like that and try to get them off guard. Which is going to be pretty amazing to do now, because I know doing some of the combos in Tenkaichi 1 in hard difficulty were not successful, because if you're in hard, you gotta be careful because they will just block anything. But I hope in this game they're not too hard. Of course, we got Blast 1, which is basically your favorite techniques. So I'm just gonna go on through. Which, of course, now they're just the same routine as the Budokai Tenkaichi, where you have to hold L2 circle or L2 up circle to do some of your gauge. But of course, you need your gauge to be filled up in order to use some of them, so you cannot just think that you can just use some of your, let's see, your skills, your Blast 1 right there. So you want hidden energy, we have to press L2 up circle. So we need to be full again. Let me just shoot some key blasts here. And yes, you could diagonal left or right, so it's kind of like a very neat feature that they did in this game. So hidden energy, I do not know what it does because it's against, as you saw right there, nothing really much happened. All it does is just took away all of my energy. But there you go. That's how it works for Blast 1. Yeah, I'm just going through because he's just showing us like, oh, you could use solar flare after image, blah blah blah. And the Blast 2 was basically your finishing moves, yes. Press triangle and hold L2 down. And you can release a powerful Blast 2 with full force. But by pressing triangle, you could up directional while holding the L2 button. So if you're holding out the triangle button, you go up, down, left, right, you could change this direction. Which is pretty damn awesome because you couldn't do that very much in the other games, but in this one now you can do it, which is pretty crazy. So if you think they're gonna drag and dash to left or right, you could do that. Begin. So right now let me just get some of my key. So hold L2, you can press up. And we do it again. Hold L2, go left. Could do that. Hold L2, go down. And of course, hold L2, go right. You could do that. So it's pretty useful. You want to like get off guard with some of the enemies if they're gonna, drag and force you to left, right, down, or up. So you can do that. And of course we have more stuff, which is crazy. Now we got Ultimate Blast.
Now let's see if you have. Right. First you need to reach max power.
Which you basically have to reach, your full power, and you do your Ultimate Blast. Pretty self-explanatory. Just like in any Dragon Ball Z, well, mostly just Tenkaichi right now, because it has that same mechanic.
Are you ready?
So we had to gather our gauge to 1 at least. Go over there. Ah, I missed. But that would connect. I thought for sure it would. So yeah, full power. Sorry, Mr. Piccolo. And now full blast. My alternate blast. And there you go, that's the ultimate blast right there, guys. So yeah, you just had to get it to max power in order for you to do it. So pretty simple.
Piccolo, don't overdo it.
Yeah, you don't want to use your blast too much because you'll lose a lot of keys. So if you need key, you gotta be worried about that. Now, exchange blows.
In fist first, we'll try some rapid.
This is kind of like the rapid fire one that we all love and know.
Let's go.
When both Dragon Dashing collide with each other. Of course, now you just same thing. Use the analog stick to basically get the movement. You just have to circle around to do multiple hits, of course. So we're gonna try to do that right now.
Are you ready? Begin.
So there you go. And that's it. That's basically it. You can also do it when just doing a normal dash, or this heavy one right here. You could do it as well. So yeah. I wish I could make it more interesting about this training mode, guys, but it's long and you already know what to expect in every single, in every single game of Dragon Ball Z almost. Now, exchange blows is kind of the same thing with the whole key blast, or mostly just your finishing moves there, where they collide with each other. And of course, you have to move around your analog stick to, win the battle.
Are you ready?
So let's charge up. Okay, let me move a little bit away just to make sure that we get it right. There you go. And of course you could use the L2 to get a better powerful range of your key blast. Yeah, you can hold L2 while rotating, which is pretty damn awesome. Just like in Budokai 1, but of course it's a little bit more better in this version than in Budokai 1, of course. Tenkaichi. Guard, we already know guard.
Alright, guard practice. This time I'm not holding back.
Yeah, you have to go up, down, left, right, to block some of the attacks. So I'm just gonna guard and we're gonna move on to the next step.
Are you ready? Begin! Oh, there you are.
So guard down, guard straight, guard straight, guard straight. So yeah, that's all you gotta do is press the circle button. That's your guard button.
I can't guard against.
So now we're gonna do deflect blast, which is basically a key blast. You could deflect them just by pressing the X button once it's about to hit your face. So yeah.
Are you ready? Begin! Oh, there you are.
So there you go. That's how you deflect key blast. So yeah, I'm not gonna show you much, of course, because it's pretty simple. I know it's pretty simple, this game, but there's a lot of new stuff that you can also do it while you're dashing as well. Not like before, where you couldn't, deflect key blast while you're dashing. Now you could do this in this game, which is pretty more useful now. Now, escaping throws is basically you just have to block the throw.
That's exactly it. Come on.
By pressing the circle button once they're about to grab you. So I thought you had to put the same input as them, but it looks like you don't. So just press circle. You'll deflect the grab throw, of course.
Are you ready? Begin! Oh, there you are.
There you go. And of course you could recover a little bit more faster by pressing circle, but of course if you're playing the hard difficulty, yeah, it's gonna be more challenging, of course. So now we're gonna do switch, which is mostly gonna only be in tag battle.
If anyone's going to defeat
where you can switch off some of your characters, which is pretty damn awesome. You have to press L2, L3, and R3 in order to change your characters, of course. When the change gauge is full, it is fullest. You could press those buttons together in order to switch some of your characters around, if just in case you're about to lose the battle, of course.
Are you ready? Begin! Oh,
So as you can see, that little purple gauge is your gauge to basically switch. So we're gonna press those buttons. And now we switch to Vegeta. But of course the gauge does not, I'm not gonna lie, the gauge does not go that fast. Of course, this is just tutorials. So that's why they made it a little bit more faster. Can't let go. But yeah, that's how you do it. When that purple is already reached to its fullest, you can switch some of your characters. And then the very last one is Transformation D, which is basically transformation. You can finally transform, which is pretty damn awesome. But of course, everyone's different. Everyone has multiple transformations. As you can see, you press left R3 or just press R3 to change to Super Saiyan Goku. Super Saiyan 2, up R3, Super Saiyan 3, right R3. And then you want to revert back to normal, you press down R3. So everybody's different, but look at Frieza. Frieza, you cannot just go automatically to, you know, final form just pressing right R3. You have to go through the transformation. So also there's some characters that you cannot go back to normal, so be aware about that so as well. Is it possible to transform with the blast gauge stock? Maybe. But we'll just have to see right now. But yeah, everybody's a little bit more different, guys, so right now we need the gauge to transform. We'll just his key is not consistent, but so that's the first gauge. Press R3. Now we finally transform to a Super Saiyan. But of course, guys, if you want to learn more information about transformation, you just go to list skill and you go all the way to the bottom, which is right here. You could select they will have transformations here. If you unlock almost everyone, they'll have different transformations right here, as you can see. But of course, I want to revert back to normal. It doesn't loses the gauge, so you can return back to normal too. You know, just in case you want to, like, you know, save yourself from any unknown reasons where you cannot charge your key a little bit more faster. So you have to revert back to normal.
He changed into a Super Saiyan?
And there you go, guys. Now we have applicator, so I'm not gonna bother with this because there's a lot of different things right here that I'm going to not explain, but we already went through the basics, and maybe next time I'll try to go ahead and do the applications right here, which are more a little bit level things, but we already know what they are. But if they're not, if there's some new things that they have put in this game, then I will show it to you, of course. But that's it, guys. That's the whole basics. I know it took very long, but that's how the training is in this game. But thank you for watching, guys. Make sure to subscribe to my channel for more Dragon Ball Z videos, as well as share with some of your friends that do really enjoy Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 2. Share with them. And I'll see you later, alright? Keep on playing, get for life, guys. See you later.